Good day, guys. I hope you're all good. I'm back. I wasn't feeling too good for the past few days, but I'm better now. So back on charts. Just came with a quick analysis on booming crash. So starting with C1000, we can see we currently in a zone here. This is a potential supply zone, so I'm looking forward for potential sales, even though they can be short term, seeing that this price has been actually moving up with such momentum. So we could potentially break. So at the moment, we're looking for a possible sell, being a retracement to the up move here. H4, you can see we've got a nice doji type candle in the middle there. Going down to H1, nice pattern here. So a safe entry would be price closes below the zone here. Once we close below, that will be the safe entry. But at the moment, we've got a runner, so we've got one position in. Once we get a safe, once we get it close below the zone, we wait for a slight retracement and a potential push down. So seeing that this was a steady push up, I'm still not yet sure if price is actually reversing or retracing. So the first target for this trade would be around this zone or around the 50 EMA or around 63.35. That's the TP for this particular setup. So now we're just waiting to see how it's forming. So you can see coming from the peak there, we broke this level here, retested it, we pushed down, broke another level. So we might come back in here to retest before we get more sales, and we are looking forward to take profit around 63.35. Okay, anywhere from 63.35 to 63.25, that will be the TP. So possible sales, that's my view right there. So it's a possible 50 pip trade. So that's it for C1. C300 has been pushing down all these markings. Let me actually quickly remove them. Okay, clean charts. Looking at the weekly, we've got this high here. We've got this low here, so we are trading within that range. And we also have this minor level there. Okay, so we're just marking the immediate zone. So price is almost like in a range if we look at it like this, looking at these highs here and looking at these lows here. It's almost like price is in a range. So potentially we can push down, potentially we can push up, seeing that we are right in the middle at this point. So let's drop down to the daily and see what we have there. So if you're not sure about the levels, you can just use a line chart. This looks like half a Batman. If you're trading BTMM patterns, this looks like half a Batman setup. So I'm going to start off with a sell bias based on pattern recognition first. So let's see if we've got price action actually supporting that. So we've got a peak, we've got an order block here. So for this sell to continue, basically we need to get it close below the zone. And once we get it close, a potential pullback on a smaller time frame, then we're going to get a nice sell-off here. That's my current view now. So that sell bias or that half a Batman pattern is supported only after we break this zone. So let's drop down again, H4. So we can see price came, touched here. So basically intraday, this is a downtrend. So you can see lower lows, lower highs. So where can price potentially retrace to before we get a sell? Remember, we need a close below the zone for us to have a safe sell. So we look for order blocks. This is the last, I'll say this is the last supply zone I can see. Drop down to H1. Price is well balanced going all the way down. So on this particular setup, I'm not sure how high they're going to pull up. But looking at this week here, that can be a potential zone to just keep an eye at. So if we can get a retracement anyway into this area, we look for a pattern, possible air, maybe an extension, then we look for potential sells. So as soon as we break below the zone, I'm looking for more acceleration to the downsides. But if we are to catch this today, we need a pattern in that area there. If the pattern doesn't paint, it means there is no setup. Looking at C5, I'm just anticipating price to come and tap the 200 EMA on H4 or this highs here. So I'm going to clear this one again. Okay, done. Okay, so I'm just anticipating price to potentially, let's see. Okay, I've got that high there. I've got a supply zone here. So I think this supply zone will actually hold. Well, that's where price is coming to. So I'm going to wait. I want to see this liquidity get cleared. And I want to see price tap into the 200 EMA and tap into the supply zone. Then we wait for a pattern in there on a smaller time frame. Then we execute. So the point of interest will be 33.42, 33. Yeah, 33.42. That's my point of interest there for sales. Then from there, we're just going to check whether price will actually be coming down, because as long as we're trading above the 50 EMA, we are bullish. So it could be a short-term sell, but intraday, we will be able to get a pattern to give us actually some pips for the day. So keep stalking on C 500. B5. Let's see. So B5, I looked at it earlier. I was anticipating it to come into the 800 EMA, extend today's lows. I'm still anticipating that move. They can still come down here before they decide to push up. So we're almost like in a range as well. So let's just see how H4 is looking. Yeah, I would definitely love to see the price extending today's lows. So from the H4, you see that they will be coming to the 50 EMA. So I still want them to come into this area before they come up, and I want them to take out these highs, potentially get all the way to 49.50 as a take profit. And we're looking at 47. Let's see, we're looking at 47.85 area as a point of interest for buys. So that's the point of interest for buyers, looking for price to give us something like this. So that's it for B500. V1000, they could potentially play out now. I want a break here. Once I get a break of that zone, I'll be active with buys. Let's see. So that will be around, once we break 13770. Once we break and close above here, I'll be buying, and it will just be a scalp trade. Since we've just been pushing up, let's see the daily chart here. Okay, so I remember I wanted price to take out these highs before it even dropped. So price can potentially be coming up here all the way to 14,400. So just be in mind, B500 could be a long-term trade. So we look to hold that one if the pattern holds. Okay, just checking the demand zones here. Can we get price coming all the way down here? Let's see. So you can see we've been steady pushing up here. I remember yesterday, I think I tried trading this, but I entered at the wrong time. I entered here, I was anticipating this in this interaction, but they actually took me out before they played out. So today, again, you can see for each push up, there's like a stop hunt, stop hunt, stop hunt. So if we can get a stop hunt maybe somewhere in here, we can then look for a buy. So let's just hold the horses on that first buy zone I have, which is this one, because price can potentially be coming to this broken order block here. Okay, so I think that's a high probability area there. If price can drop all the way into this order block, create a pattern there, then we can buy. I think I'll go with this particular setup. It could play out, yes, but price can also potentially come down here and give us a pattern. So that's my point of interest there, around 13,670, 13,650. That's my point of interest there. Okay, all right, so that's it for B1000. I don't think I'm active on J10 or V250S. I'll give analysis on these two tomorrow. Today, I'm not really trading them, so I won't talk about them that much. So just to do a quick recap. Okay, C3 waiting for a retracement before we look for sells. C1000, we've got a runner and we're waiting for price to retrace into this area here before we look for a sell. But at the same time, if we come above this zone here, we should cut loss on this runner we have. But if we come here and we respect this level here, then we should actually add positions. Even if we break here, we should add more positions and look forward for price to potentially come around this area. C500, waiting for price to push into a point of interest. V500, also waiting for price to push a little bit lower. V1000, waiting for price to either break above this line or to potentially come lower, where we have a high probability point of interest on the bottom here. So that's it for today, guys. I'll be dropping more sessions on the other book which we were doing. I think it's the Candlestick Trading Bible. So turn on your notifications so that you don't miss out when I drop that video. It should be coming soon in a couple of hours. Then we should wrap up that book. Then the next session on the reef should be either tomorrow or Wednesday, but I'll advise on the Telegram group. So for any other signals or for results based on what we spoke about, don't forget to join our Telegram group. It's also free. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have a peaceful week. Good trading.